So today we will discuss about this unique hydrograph. We have already discussed median thing after in. Today we will discuss about this unique hydrograph, and we have already seen many things about unique hydrograph. That is, what is the definition of unique hydrograph, what we can do with the unique hydrograph, and how we can find out the direct runoff hydrograph from any unique hydrograph given in any catchment area for any duration of duration of precipitation, right? So let us discuss all the things again and see what is the unique hydrograph. This is given by Sherwell in 1932. He has given this sort of ideas that if we find out unique hydrograph for a particular area, catchment area, then it will be better to calculate all the DRH, not going to the streams to find out all the flow or runoff, all the discharges. We can find out simply multiplying the extra effective or excess rainfall. If we know the hydrograph, we can multiply the data and we can find out the values of this DRH of a given rainfall, right? So what is happening over there, that what is happening over there, that is unique hydrograph is one sort of direct runoff hydrograph for 1 centimeter of effective rainfall. If the effective rainfall is 1 centimeter, then the direct runoff hydrograph we are getting, that will be the unique hydrograph for that particular catchment area. Now, for that particular case, the period of that precipitation will also be defined, that for DH, maybe 2 hours of excess rainfall or 4 hours of excess rainfall. So unit rainfall will be given like this one, that D hour excess rainfall or D hour unit rainfall, right? Or unit hydrograph. D hour means 2 hour unit hydrograph, 4 hour unit hydrograph. These sort of things will be given, right? This is the idea of unit hydrograph. I think we have already covered those things, right? And the characteristics we have seen, that is, what are the characteristics over there? That is, unit hydrograph is a direct runoff hydrograph. By the definition, we can see that, right? And unit hydrograph is a lump response of the catchment to a unit rainfall of DH, unit excess rainfall of DH, that is D duration of D hour duration of excess rainfall, right? Area under the UH curve will be equals to 1 centimeter multiplied by the catchment area. Why? As because if we multiply or if you find out the, suppose this is the unit hydrograph for a given area, and if you find out this area under the curve, that will give you the total volume of the discharges. As because in this direction we know this is the discharge Q, this is the time T. So if you multiply discharge with respect to time, you will get the total volume. And obviously, 1 multiplied by catchment area, 1 is the excess rainfall depth. Excess rainfall depth, that is, if you store that excess rainfall, that will be 1 centimeter of depth. If you multiply this depth with the area, you will get the total outgoing volume of water, that is direct runoff of water. And those two volumes will be equal, obviously. So those are equal. Intensity of this excess rainfall will be equal to 1 by D, as because the duration is D hours. This excess rainfall is having a duration of D hours. So obviously the intensity, that is per unit hour, what is the precipitation of the excess rainfall, that will be 1 by D always. So intensity will be 1 by D. And the unit hydrograph has a steeper rising limb and the flatter falling limb. From this graph, if you see one sort of graph, this is one unit hydrograph. From this, you can see that it is having a steeper rising limb and a flatter falling limb. We have already seen a typical sort of unit hydrograph figure, and we have seen what are the various segments: rising limb, falling limb, peaks. We have already seen that. we have already done the in hydrograph we have already done the base flow separation, all the things we have seen, right? The next we are having this one, that is the assumption. What are the assumptions? Two basic assumptions are there. These are also has been discussed in your class. That is, first assumption is that with respect to the time it will not depend, right? So direct runoff hydrograph, that is DRH, for a given ER, that is excess rainfall. So direct runoff hydrograph for an excess rainfall in a catchment area is always the same. That will not be dependent on the time. That means, suppose monsoon is coming, so starting of the monsoon, middle of the monsoon, and the end of the monsoon, the losses will be equal, which is actually obviously that will not be actual case in the field, right? Because before the monsoon there will be summer, and the before monsoon there will be summer, and obviously at the starting of the monsoon the losses will be higher, right? So at the middle and again at the end, extreme end of the monsoon, the losses will be almost negligible or maybe lesser. Obviously the lowest one will be at the end of the monsoon. But first assumption of this sort of idea is whichever the time may be, or whenever the time may be, the losses will be same. So the direct runoff hydrograph will be same for a particular excess rainfall, right? Second one is that direct runoff is linearly proportional to the excess rainfall. Direct runoff will be linearly proportional. That means if this is the hydrograph or this is the peak, suppose this is the well y, right, or yp, this coordinate y at the peak point. This is yp and this is for 1 centimeter of excess rainfall for dr rainfall. So for dr 3 centimeter of excess rainfall, this yp will be equals to, for this hydrograph, yp will be equals to yp multiplied by 3. So that will be linearly varying, right? So if we multiply the ordinate of unit hydrograph with respect to the excess rainfall, we can find out the ordinate for the direct runoff hydrograph for that particular excess rainfall, that is 3 centimeter. Obviously, the duration should be same. The duration should be same, right? Now, we will learn this thing, which is actually new to you right now. That is how to find out the unit hydrograph for a given catchment area. How to find out unit hydrograph? Obviously, you need to find out. Someone need to find out the unit hydrograph. It will not be available, right? Okay? So we need to find out that one. How to find out? Select any station, that is G. Select the number of isolated storms duration D. So we are suppose we are trying to find out the unit hydrograph for D duration. Suppose we are trying to find out the unit hydrograph for D duration. Now that D duration maybe 2 hours, maybe 4 hours. That is up to you, right? So first of all, we need to fix the duration of the excess rainfall.
Duration will be shown in the graph. It will be plotted.
Obviously, whenever you will plot something, or suppose something is given to you, some unit hydrograph is given to you. So obviously, in that unit hydrograph, the excess rainfall will be given, that is 1 centimeter. In each and every unit hydrograph, the excess rainfall is 1 centimeter. That is this one, right? That will be given in this manner. Like in this manner, this will be. Suppose this is the unit hydrograph, it will be given like this one, right? So this total will be 1 centimeter, this total volume will be 1 centimeter, and duration will be given in this direction, that is d hours. That d hours can be 2 hours or 4 hours or something, right? So you need to first of all fix for which duration you are trying to find out. Suppose that is D. Now you will consider some rainfalls which is almost equal to dr duration. Those rainfalls which are almost equal to duration, that may be or may not be exactly the duration, right? So which we should take? We should take plus minus 10%, right? So from the d duration, that duration can be plus minus 10% of the d, plus minus 10% of the d, right? So we will select those sorts of precipitations, right? So we know the precipitation values. Next, for each of these flood hydrographs, select corresponding flood hydrographs at the catchment outlet. So if we know the precipitations and if we measure the discharges at the streams, we can find out the flood hydrograph. We all know what is flood hydrograph, right? We all know flood hydrograph. What is flood hydrograph? Yes or no? Yes. Flood hydrograph is the discharge with respect to time curve, right? So if you find out the discharges at the streamline, you can find out the flood hydrograph for those particular precipitations. So precipitations are selected. Flood hydrograph you can find out. Now in flood hydrograph, obviously there should be some base flow. There may be some sort of base flow, right? So you have to separate the base flow. Next is for each of these flood hydrographs, separate the base flow by any of the method. We have discussed 3 methods for the base flow separation. You can go with any one which is actually more appropriate for those sort of catchment area, right? So you can find out those things. You can separate the base flow. If you separate the base flow, then the graph you are getting, that is the direct runoff hydrograph for various rainfall, right? Now for those rainfalls, duration is fixed, that is D, plus minus 10 obviously. The effective rainfall depth will not be same. May be same, may not be same. So effective rainfall for those precipitation will be different or may be different, right? So for each of these hydrographs, we are getting many hydrographs, direct runoff hydrograph. So for each of these hydrographs, first of all calculate the area under this hydrograph. If you calculate this area, what you will get? If you find out the area under the direct runoff hydrograph for each and every precipitation, what you will get? That will be the volume of the direct runoff, right? Volume of the direct runoff. Now divide the area by catchment area. Divide the area by catchment area. If you divide the total volume with the catchment area, what you will get? You will get volume divided by area is the volume divided by catchment area is the depth of the rainfall. So you will get the depth of this effective rainfall. So for each and every case we know right now what is the effective rainfall. Clear? Divide the ordinates of divide the ordinates by ER to make it unit hydrograph. So if you divide this Y1, with unit hydrograph value, what will you get? The ordinate for the unit hydrograph. As because by the definition we know unit hydrograph is the hydrograph, direct runoff hydrograph, which is having 1 centimeter of excess rainfall. So if you divide the excess rainfall, you will get what is the ordinate for the 1 centimeter of excess rainfall? Yes or not? So you will get, if you divide all the ordinates, Y2, Y3 and so on, if you divide all the ordinates with ER, you will get the ordinates, Y1 by ER, Y2 by ER, by P by PI and so on, you will get one curve, and that curve will be the unit hydrograph. Clear? But this unit hydrograph is for a particular precipitation. Particular precipitation. We have taken linear precipitation. So for linear precipitation, linear unit hydrograph will be there, and the unit hydrograph may be or may not be exactly same. Why? As because we have assumed something, that unit hydrograph, based on this assumption as well, that the precipitation is spreaded equally in each and every portion of the catchment area. But actually, in reality, obviously, the precipitation intensity in each and every portion of the catchment area may be or may not be same. Right? First thing. Second thing is precipitation should be, the intensity should be equal. For the dr duration, the precipitation intensity should be same, should be equal. But obviously, if we see any sort of precipitation, the intensity will not remain same in dr. For 2 hours, the intensity will not be same. Sometimes it will be in a higher intensity, sometimes it will be in a lower intensity. So obviously, the ordinate will not be equal. So you will get some sort of ordinate for the first one is suppose this one, ordinate for the second one is suppose this one. Right? So ordinate may vary with respect to the time. So that is why for each and every precipitation we will get each and every sort of unit hydrograph. Now we have to take the average. How? We have to first of all find out the time of the peak, when the peak is coming, and the discharge of the peak. You can find out what is the discharge of the peak and what is the time of the peak. Finding out those two things, we can take the average. What is the time average of peak? What is the discharge average of peak? We can find out. So draw the average first. Then draw a unit hydrograph by looking other unit hydrograph simply by the eye. Simply by eye you have to draw. Now what? Now we have to check it whether it is correct or not. What is the checking? If you find out this area, what we get? If you find out the unit hydrograph area, what we get? If you find out the area under unit hydrograph, what we get? Volume of runoff due to 1 centimeter of excess rainfall for drs. That is the volume. If you divide the volume with the catchment area, what will you get? You should get 1 centimeter of excess rainfall. You should get 1 centimeter of excess rainfall. If you find out this volume, this area, this is discharge, this is time. So if you find out this area, you will get actually the volume of direct runoff. Volume of direct runoff. If you divide this volume of direct runoff with the catchment area, what you will get? You will get the depth of the excess rainfall. And in this case, the excess rainfall depth should be 1 centimeter. If it is not, you have to correct it. You have to correct the position of peak. You have to correct the ordinate of the peak until and unless this comes to 1 centimeter.
And as it is the unified hydrograph, or that is the depth should be 1 centimeter.
Yes,
The depth, unified hydrograph will have 1 centimeter depth.
yes. Obviously. It should come into 1 centimeter. Until and unless it is coming into 1 centimeter, obviously it cannot be provided as unit hydrograph for this particular catchment area. As because you will provide this unit hydrograph for that catchment area, and someone will work with you. Someone will apply this unit hydrograph to find out direct runoff hydrograph, right? So that should be coming in 1 centimeter at least, actually, right? So this is how we can derive unit hydrograph from various graphs like this one. This is the explanation by graph. So first of all, select dr duration. Secondly, find out all the hydrograph for all each and every precipitation. Separate the base flow. You will get direct runoff, right? Find out the volume of direct runoff. If you find out the volume of direct runoff, this if you divide this with the HA, that is the area of the catchment area. Catchment area, you will get the depth, and if you depth this catchment area, this depth with the ordinate. If you divide this depth, this is the ER. If you divide this ER from this all ordinates, you will get the ordinate of each and every unit hydrograph. So many unit hydrograph you will get. From that you have to select the average one. Find out this one, and this will be the unit hydrograph for the particular catchment area. Is it clear or not? Yes, sir. Easy na? Obviously you need not to find, but this is a process by which this unit hydrograph is done, right? Okay. Now this is coming after this, that is the application. We have already seen the application. We have already done some example. So I am not going into the details in the examples, but I have to give this sort of slide as because that will not be complete lecture. It will not provide. Ask the So we have done this application, right? We have done this application in the last class. That is, if we know the M blocks of ER, effective rainfall, n number of effective rainfalls are given. If in a particular time t, if this ordinate of unit hydrograph is ut, then for each and every effective rainfall R1, R2, R3, we will get the ordinate for the direct runoff hydrograph lagging by various times. Like R2 will be lagged by D, R3 will be lagged by 2D, and so on. By which we can find out this sort of formula, that is D1. That means for a particular to find out any sort of direct runoff hydrograph for a particular time t, the ordinate for this direct runoff hydrograph will be equals to summation of Qi, where Qi will be equals to Ri multiplied by Q in bracket T minus I minus 1 multiplied by D, where I varies from 1 to m, where m is the number of blocks means number of effective rainfall, Ri is the depth of each and every effective rainfall, ut is basically the ordinate for the unit hydrograph, and d is the duration of effective rainfall and as well as the unit hydrograph, right? And we have done this sort of example as well, right? Using this formula we have done this example, right? We need not to discuss this one now. That's as well as we have done. But how we can find out the unit hydrograph for a compound or from a compound precipitation? Compound precipitation is like the previous one. If various rainfalls are happening simultaneously, right? Suppose first precipitation is covering over there, second is there, fourth, right? From this sort of case, how we can find out the ordinate of unit hydrograph? See, this is already done, so you can relate to this one. That is, this is the time with respect to the duration we generally write it up to the previous example, right? In this way we have written the time. In this way we have written all the ordinates for the unit hydrograph. For the first one, x1 of precipitation, this will be the ordinates, right? So first of all, it is starting from 0. It is starting from 0, as because it is starting over there, so it is starting from the initial point. So 0. Secondly, we will get ordinate of unit hydrograph multiplied by excess rainfall x1 y1, x2 y, x1 y2, x1 y3, and so on. right? You can relate to the last example. Secondly, as because H2 is lagged by drs, it will start from drs. In drs that will be 0. In 2D that will be H2 multiplied by Y1, H2 multiplied by Y2 and so on. For Y3 similarly, it will start from 2D and H3 is the precipitation, right? X is multiplied by Y1 and so on, and 4 will be exactly the same one, lagging by dr alternate, right? If you sum up this one, what will get 0? X1 Y1, X1 Y2 plus X2 Y1. You can sum up this one. We have already done in the example, right? In this way we have done the example. So these are the total discharges for this cumulative or compound sort of precipitation. 4 compound precipitations are there in this compound precipitation, and we can find out all the discharges Q1, Q2 and so on. You know the method? Acha, you can find out this Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4 if you measure the stream flow in the streamline. Practically, stream flow measurement in the going to the stream, and if you find out the flow of the stream, you can find out the discharges Q1, Q3, Q3, Q4. X1, X2, X3, X4 are known as because you are measuring in the precipitation wherever you are measuring, right? So you can find out X1, X2. What is the only unknown? Y1, Y2, Y3, Y4, those are the only unknown, right? So, if you see this one, first one, that is X1, Y1 was the Q1, right? X1, Y1 is the Q1. So, X1, Y1 is the Q1. If you know Q1, if you know X1, you can find out Y1. Yes or not? What is Y1 actually? Ordinate of unit hydrograph. Secondly, X1, Y2 plus X2, Y1 was equals to Q2. Clear? If you know Q2, this will be the formula where Y1 is now known, X1 known, X2 known, Y2 can you find out? Likewise, you can find out all the X1, X2, X3, Y1, Y2, Y3, and you can apply in the next segment and you can find out all the Y values. Yes or not? By this way as well, we can find out the ordinate of unit hydrograph from a compound precipitation. So if you know the ordinates of unit hydrograph, you can easily plot the unit hydrograph. Yes or not? Yes sir? So two things we have learned mainly. Till now, we have done many classes with respect to this hydrograph and unit hydrograph, right? Many classes. We are doing this unit hydrograph at least of 3 or 4 classes, right? Till now, each and every example we have seen, we are doing unit hydrograph from unit hydrograph to the direct runoff hydrograph, but the duration was same. Yes or no? Duration was same. That is, suppose 4 hour or 6 hour, mainly 6 hour duration was there. 6 hour unit hydrograph data was given, and you have to find out the direct runoff hydrograph for a particular precipitation which is having the same duration, that is 6 hours. But if it is not, if the duration is changing, can we find out any sort of direct runoff hydrograph for different duration if we are having 2 hour duration of hydrograph? Can we find out directly? We cannot, right? Directly we cannot apply the ordinates and we simply multiply the excess rainfall with that. As because the duration is different, so if the duration is different, direct runoff will be different. right? So for that, two sorts of methods are there. First method is method of superposition, and second one is S-curve method. Two methods, right? Now, let us see, if two conditions are there, it may happen that GR unit hydrograph data is given to you, and you need to find out DRs of effective for DRs of rainfall hydrograph, for 2 DRs of hydrograph, duration of hydrograph, right? For 3 DRs of rainfall and hydrograph, and so on. Those are the integers, right? Suppose 4 hours of unit hydrograph data is given, and you need to find out the direct run of hydrograph for 3 cm of excess rainfall for 8 hours of duration, right? This can be one case. Another case can be there, that is, if it is not a integer, or suppose this is not integer by the but it is having some fractional values, like suppose 4 hours of unit hydrograph data is given, and you need to find out 6 hours of some value. Now it is not integer, the multiplication is not integer, as because it is 1.5 times of g, right? Two cases can be there. If the case 1 is there, that is, if the time for which you are trying to find out the direct run of hydrograph is integer multiplied of b, then we can simply go by this formula or method, that is method of superposition. If it is not, then we have to go for S-curve, where S-curve can be applied to both of the cases, right? Let us discuss the first one, that is the method of superposition only. Method of superposition only. Let us discuss. This is the simple one, like the easy one, right? In this, what we have to do? Suppose 6 hours of unit hydrograph is given for a catchment area, and you need to find out DR of unit hydrograph, 12 hours of unit hydrograph. Now, this is integer multiple 2D. For this, what we have to do? Same like the previous one. We have to write down all the G values, that is 6, 12, 18 and so on. As because G is given, G of unit hydrograph is given, so this will be given. This time with respect to this one will be given to you, right? So 0, 15, 45, 89 and so on, those will be given, right? We can consider that another 6 hours, as because we have to find out 12 hours. So 6 hours precipitation, 6 hours excess rainfall of 1 centimeter, and immediately after that we are having 6 hours of excess rainfall, right? So this will be 12 hours of excess rainfall as a whole. So we can say that another 6 hours of precipitation is there, which is lagged by 6 hours. So if it is lagging by 6 hours, obviously it will start from the 6 hours, and in 12 hours that will be again 15, and because this is again for 1 centimeter, so ordinate will not be changed. Ordinate will be ordinate multiplied by 1, and that will remain same. That just the lag will be there. So 15, 45, 89 and so on, lagging 6 hours, right? As a whole, we can add up those values, and we can find out the 12 hour duration of hydrograph, some sort of hydrograph will get. So if you add up all the values, you will get some ordinate which will indicate this sort of So first one is the direct runoff hydrograph for 1 centimeter of precipitation. Second one is also direct runoff hydrograph for 1 centimeter of precipitation lagging by 6 hours. Lagging by 6 hours. Right? And this one is the as a whole direct runoff hydrograph. This one is as a whole direct runoff hydrograph for 1 plus 1 centimeter of precipitation 6 hours and 6 hours, right? But the problem is that we are having 12 hours of precipitation, but we are having 2 centimeter of precipitation. Totally 2 centimeter of precipitation. But for unit hydrograph, we need to find out the precipitation should be, the excess rainfall one should be 1, right? So we have to divide all the ordinate value by 2 and we will get all the ordinates for 12 hour unit hydrograph. Is it clear? Is it clear?
না না স্টার্ট হয়ে গেল আমি পড়ে জানি না চালিয়েছিলে তো হ্যাঁ তাহলে চলছে ঠিক আছে ছাড়ো Any question? Question? So I have discussed many new things. Some few things were there which I have already discussed, but many new things were there. That is how to derive unit hydrograph and how to find out the record of supervision. That is, if the duration is changing, then how we can find out any sort of unit hydrograph. If different duration is given, and we need to find out different duration of unit hydrograph. Right? Those are the mainly new things what were there. Right?